Hey, what's going on? This is The Confidence Magnet, here with another great video. In today's video, we're going to talk about how to lose fat effortlessly. I felt this was a very important video because there are a lot of people who listen to these videos, who watch these videos, and they may be struggling with weight themselves. I'm not sure if you're familiar with this technique that I'm about to share with you, but it's very powerful. Now, first I need to explain how the body uses energy. The body uses food sources to get sugars, fats, proteins, and other energy sources to help the body function properly. Energy is measured in calories. So whenever you look at that package and you see the nutrition label, the nutritional facts, you see that there's fats, proteins, carbs, certain vitamins and minerals. These are the things that your body needs to function properly. And the thing that we're going to focus on is the calories. Because the calories is the thing that people consume. They consume too many and they don't burn enough calories. And that's the reason why people struggle. Why people exercise and still don't lose weight. People eat more calories than they burn. They could work out for hours at the gym and still not get the results they want. So let's say you burn 500 calories, but consume 1,000 calories. You may still be at a calorie surplus, and you must be at a calorie deficit to burn fat. Losing fat doesn't happen in spots. What I mean by that is if you're trying to lose your gut, you're not going to lose fat only in your gut. You're going to lose fat all over your body. So if you have problem areas, it won't happen in that area alone. You lose fat all over the body. And the last area to lose the most fat may be that specific problem area. You have areas that are easy to lose fat, and the fat is lost all over the body at the same time. So you might be seeing that you're losing your gut slowly, but your legs or your arms, they're losing fat a lot more rapid. And it's very important that you understand this because a lot of people may give up and throw in the towel. They're like, well, I'm not losing my gut fast enough. Maybe I need to accelerate the process or whatever. And that's not necessary because this thing, if you let it take its course, it'll work almost without you even thinking about it. Losing fat is actually very easy. When you're burning more calories than you consume, you will be at a calorie deficit. You don't need to kill yourself at the gym to be at a calorie deficit, and you definitely don't need to starve yourself. Now let's get on to that powerful technique that I was talking about earlier. It's called intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is not a diet, it's a lifestyle and a pattern of eating. Pretty much what you're doing is you're fasting for 14 to 16 hours a day. You consume your calories during an 8 to 10 hour eating window. That means you're consuming your calories during a 10-hour eating window when you're doing a 14-hour fast. And you're consuming your calories during an 8-hour window when you're doing a 16-hour fast. If this is too long of a fast for you, you might want to start off at 12 hours. 12 hours might be a little more easier. Then once you get used to eating after 12 hours, then you can move up to 14 hours. Then you can move up to 16 hours and probably even 24 hours. But 24 hours is not really necessary. Doing a 14 to 16 hour fast is good enough. So you don't need to kill yourself. Your body is actually designed for intermittent fasting on an evolutionary level. Because getting food whenever you want is something new to humans. Back in the day, back during the time when people had to hunt and kill for their food, they didn't have a store, they didn't have a restaurant, they didn't have a supermarket. They had to actually go out and get their food. They had to go into the ocean. They had to go into the wilderness and come back with a kill to eat. This sometimes in days or weeks. So your body, it had to use its fat stores to give you the energy it needed to survive during times of famine. A time of famine is when you're not eating for a certain period of time. Now, believe it or not, but your body, it actually does really well during times of famine. And there's actually research out there that shows that your body starts to produce human growth hormones naturally during the times that you're fasting. That's the reason why when people work out, they always say if you're going to do intermittent fasting, you want to work out while you're fasted. And this doesn't mean you do a bunch of cardio. It means you're doing strength training. You're lifting weights. You're lifting heavy weights. So you're building your muscles a lot more effectively. So what happens to the body when you're fasting? Your body will use all of its glucose stores, which is sugar, and this is the body's primary energy source that it goes to. Once all of your sugar and your glucose stores are completely used up, then your body starts to go into its fat stores for energy. So intermittent fasting, it actually forces the body to go to its fat stores more often due to the longer fasting period. Now let me explain this a little bit. I'm pretty sure a lot of you are familiar when they say you want to eat every 2 hours. So a lot of times we're eating every 2 hours, and every 2 hours, it could be throughout the day. So you might sleep for 8 hours. When you wake up, you have breakfast, and you're eating 2 hours after each. Eating every 2 hours. So your body it never gets the chance to go into its fat stores. So you're pretty much burning the sugar all day. It's running off of sugar, and your body's like, okay, we got to hold on to this fat because we don't know when we're going to need it. So when you're fasting, your body says, okay, we have no more sugar. It's time for us to go into our fat stores. This doesn't mean that you're dying, so don't get confused. You might feel hungry during your time of fasting, but that's something you can get used to. Once you get used to it, and once you properly schedule your eating pattern, you'll see that it's a lot easier. And sometimes you can even go past the 14 to 16 hour window and not feel hungry. So how do you intermittent fast properly? Let me just give you a quick explanation. You don't consume any calories for 14 to 16 hours. When you're hungry, drink water or black coffee or tea with no sugar or cream or honey or whatever. So absolutely no calories during your fasting period. When you're in your eating window, eat meals that fill you up and taste good. Fill your plate and enjoy. So when you eat, you want to make sure that the calories that you're consuming, then you're not going wild. You're not eating like 10,000 calories or 5,000 calories or 8,000 calories. And the reason why a lot of people eat so much and so many calories and they struggle is because they eat a lot of foods that have a lot of calories, but they don't fill you up. So it's very important that you eat foods that fill you up, so that way you're not eating as much. You want to pick a time that you usually like to eat to start your eating window. When your eating window is closed, or I should say quote unquote closed, drink more water. This will allow you to stick to the program and not eat during this time. So let me give you an example. Let's say that you like to eat usually around 11 o'clock. Let that be the start of your eating window. So you'll backtrack. You'll say, okay, 11 o'clock. Let me go back 16 hours. What is that? So you'll usually consume your last meal or close your window around 7 p.m. So as long as you can get through your day without eating until you reach your eating window, you'll see that this becomes very effortless and you'll be able to stick with the program. What I like to do is I like to get a gallon of water, and I like to drink a gallon of water throughout the day. This helps a lot because you constantly, your stomach is constantly full of something that's full of water. And you're actually hydrating yourself, which is good. Is always a good thing. So you won't be stopped up. You won't be irregular. You'll be able to use the bathroom a lot more often, and you're cleaning yourself out. Now, where did I hear about this fat burning technique, intermittent fasting? There's this guy. He's not the creator of intermittent fasting, but this is who I was introduced to. His name is Greg Gallagher, and he has a YouTube channel called Kinobody. And he actually has it's actually a company called Kinobody, and he has a YouTube channel that I'm going to put a link in the description box where you can subscribe to his channel. He has a lot of good content. He has a lot of good products. And this guy, I'm telling you, I bought his products. I tried the program and it worked. And it's pretty much going on autopilot for me right about now. I'm losing fat. When I work out, I gain muscle without even trying. I do it and it doesn't even feel like I'm killing myself, like a lot of people are conditioned to do through the traditional methods. Now, what I want you guys to do is I want you to try it, because it's not a matter of if you lose weight or burn fat with intermittent fasting, but a matter of when. If you apply this to your life, you'll reap so many other benefits that I didn't mention in this video. So try it. Once you use it, you'll start burning fat effortlessly. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter You can join my mailing list where I give you the free ebook, The Confident Skyscraper. You're going to love that. Links are in the description. And also you can check out the Kinobody Channel. You can subscribe to his channel. I guarantee that you will be in fat burning mode without even thinking about it if you try this program. Trust me. This is not something that's if it'll happen, it's when it'll happen, because this is something your body does naturally. This is what your body is conditioned to do. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching today's video. Stay tuned for the next video. Peace.